Howdy folks, welcome back to the Taylor Brooks Road to the Show series here on MLB 23 PS5, episode 138. You know what day it is? It's the offseason episode. Finishing up our 2026 season. Today ended our year on maybe the best run I've ever seen a pitcher have. If we look back at this, Taylor, complete game shutout, 17 strikeouts. Goodness gracious, the game prior to that against the Red Sox, again, 7 2/3, no runs. The game prior to that against the Yankees, a 1-0 victory off an 8 1/3 innings of no-run ball from Taylor. Just insane. And the game before that versus the Guardians, a complete game shutout of 16 strikeouts. Prior to that, we did lose one to Tampa Bay, but even still, 6 2/3 or six innings, 2 earned. The greatest September I've ever seen a player of mine have. I mean, single-handedly, won this game for us against New York. Offense did great here. I mean, just phenomenal stuff from Taylor Brooks. And this September actually shot him from 5th in the Cy Young rankings to 1st. So looks like we are going to win our 2nd straight Cy Young award, beating out Chance as we should. Better record, better ERA, more strikeouts. And we actually moved ourselves into 2nd for MVP. Jordan is going to take that with a 53 homer year, 130 RBIs, a 1037 OPS, as well as just leading this Astros team who lost a lot to the playoffs again. They lost it to the Mariners. The Mariners got hot there at the end. But the Astros did clinch the wild card. And we'll hold on there. So they've got a wild card spot. We're going to go through the playoffs today and all that jazz. But let's go ahead and send these last couple games, and we'll talk about some stats around the team and the league. We win that one, we win that one. We are an 81-81 right on average team. And that probably sticks us a couple games, like 3 games out of the playoffs. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, we actually had a really good September. It just didn't all come together. We really pushed hard here at the end. Well, not as much. We did have a good September, though, despite the beginning. Anyways, we've got a good playoff bracket with Chicago, the White Sox facing Cam Jackson, and the Royals to go on and face Cleveland, and Seattle and Houston face each other to go on and face Tampa Bay. Alex Parker misses the playoffs once again, while Cam and Adam are living in it. And, of course, Chance misses it. He's with the A's. The Mets and San Diego Padres will have another wild card rematch. This is another year they're doing this. Winner goes on to face the 1-seeded Cardinals, and then the Braves and Giants will face each other to go and face the 2-seeded Dodgers. So let's check some stats real quick before we really get into the postseason real quick. So Taylor Brooks, what a year. Your Cy Young Award winner, 16-8 on 33 games started. 223 innings, that's a career high by over 10. Gave up 9 more hits. Makes sense, 10 more innings. But overall, only 14 home runs given up the whole year. Cut back on those a little bit. Walks were a huge success. Only 28 this year. That's less than 1 per start. That's really nice. Almost 300 Ks. Got really close. Got to 297. Could have had a second 300K season. We're at 887 on our career, and our record's at 44-27. We've thrown 680 innings. Career ERA at 2.37 and a 1.81 on the year, a .83 WHIP. Both of those career lows. Sorry, excuse me. 26 quality starts, and we upgraded our stamina, of course, leading us to our first shutout this year and 5 complete game shutouts for Taylor overall. 9.4 WAR is a new career high. It's not even close. 1.2 better than last year. A FIP at 153, man. I mean, he was absolutely insane. I'm excited to keep playing with him and see where we can get to in a career. We're starting to hit our peak as a player, you know. But We made $3 million this year. We're still under arbitration for a couple more years. I think actually 3 more years. That's kind of lying when it says only 2. I think we're under arbitration for 3 more years. Sorry, I have something in my throat. I need to drink some of my coffee. There we go. I talk a lot this episode, obviously. Grayson Rodriguez took a huge, massive step forward. He's at a 3.88 ERA this year, and that's after a couple bad starts at the end. Almost a full point down, striking out more people, just in general being a better pitcher. Then I'm excited to see what he can kind of come up with in terms of development for his 5th year in the league. I think he's going to be really good. Sean Reed-Foley was a nice surprise. 2nd year with us, and obviously stepping into the starting role this year. 3.63 ERA, phenomenal job, Sean Reed-Foley. Dean Kramer had some good starts, had some really bad starts. You'll see his quality starts. Yeah, he had 18 quality. But when he was bad, he was bad. He also had 2 complete game shutouts. And then Kyle Bradish was awful when he pitched. Jeffrey Springs, we traded for him. Bad trade, didn't end up playing well for us. Tully was good. Brubaker, Cole Irvin never really even played this year. Daniel Norris, no. Taylor Clark, not a good year. Matt Strom, bad year. But Phil Bickford actually was a pleasant surprise of a 43 save season and a 1.9 ERA, only blew 3. We'll take that, Phil. Good job closing things out for us, man. And then from a lineup perspective, our pitching was way better than our hitting. But IKF, a great year. And this is honestly a career year for him. Finally getting a full-blown job first time since, I guess, he had one in 2024. Back with Texas, apparently. But he wasn't very good. And then he goes to Seattle. 748 OPS, plays better. But then he got a little more pop in that bat this year. We're thankful for it because already a pretty okay defender and, good contact bat. He got look at the development from the 31-year-old. That's impressive. IKF also plays every position on the field. Thomas Segis, he really heated up in September. 687 OPS, but a really good last month. Maybe he started to get in his groove. Maybe we'll see him stay in that groove come next year. But you know how it is with these games. You never know if you're even going to keep this guy next year. Luis Arias didn't get to play enough, in my opinion. Only 106 games. Did miss some time with injury, but an 868 OPS at 331 average. We know what Luis Arias does in real life, and he does it on a smaller scale in this game, but he still does the same thing. And I hope we don't have him under contract next year. I hope we re-sign him. Jesus Sanchez had a huge down year. From a 835 OPS year to a 628. Just so odd. Strong chance he loses his job next year. Adley Rutschman comes back this year and has a little bit of like a higher workload, you could say. And he produced it right about the same standard, which I was really happy with. 145 games behind the plate or playing at first base is a big year. His first 5 years in the MLB, he has been really good. 564 hits, 76 home runs, and 812 OPS in general. He's great behind the plate. He probably is your Gold Glove this year. Comes out with a 7 WAR from the catcher spot. Love Adley Rutschman. He's a free agent next year. If we don't re-sign him, I'm gonna punch a wall. Jared Walsh, we traded for him to come back, and once he got back with us, he started hitting again. Something about Walsh in an O's jersey that just makes sense for him. So James Wood, this is where things get fun. We've got a couple of young guys that are coming up. James Wood is an 8 potential, and look at the development this year, man. Became a much better hitter against lefties, including adding a lot of pop to the bat, and ended up getting it sort of going there at the end of the year. I really like James Wood. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player for us. If we could even just get him to progress to like an 81 going into his age 24 season, that would be awesome. The glove's already great, but I'm really looking at that bat, maybe like to 65s on the contact. He could be really, really freaking good. Brendan Rodgers, I like this signing, and he really got things going at the end of the year. Like I said, we were a really back half team. And Rogers ended up with a very similar season to how he did in Colorado, except better. He did miss a tiny bit of time, but I like Brendan Rodgers. Anyways, James Outman, I mean, he is what he is. He might get a little bit better, but probably not. Gary Sanchez was our backup catcher this year. Didn't really play great. Did throw some people out, though. How many assists? Yeah, 50 assists. And then Noelve Marte is the shortstop of the future for this O's team. I like this trade that we made. We sent over Pablo Escobar, who struggled since he got there. But we did need somebody that could play the shortstop position in the future. Maybe he can get a little more contact in his bat and start hitting for a higher average. 255 this year isn't too bad. But we know the glove's there. He's just got to get the bat up as well. Vidal Brujan, good fielder, really bad year at the plate. And then last but not least, it's probably our highest ranked prospect. That's Drew Jones. The 22-year-old A potential center fielder had a terrible year at the plate, but we know what he can do with the glove. We know what he can do on the base paths. He's so fast. Just get something out of your bat, dude, and we'll be golden. All right, let's do this. So let's we gotta check out the awards. So out in the NL, Juan Soto, in his second year with St. Louis, is going to grab his first MVP of his entire career, which is great for him. Probably should have went to Acuna. Yeah, it probably should have went to Acuna or even Pete. It could have gone either way, but Juan did drive in 135. 7.2 WAR. What did Acuna have for WAR? 7.3. That's really close, and Pete's not going to come close because he plays first base. Oh, 7.8. Never mind. Well, Juan gets his first MVP of his career. And then, oh, what bogus is this? Logan Webb beats out Max Hamilton for the Cy Young because he has a better record than him, literally. Max had 60 more Ks, over a point better on the ERA. What was Max's FIP compared to Logan Webb's? That's really actually pretty frustrating. A 2.46 compared to a 3.93. Yeah, that's really frustrating. Batting title is going to go to Ronald Acuna. Tyler Stevenson, by the way, is really good in this game. He hits like a machine. 800 hits already in his career. Nori Amasa is your reliever of the year. Don't know who that really is. But closer Edwin Diaz has not been quite what the Mets wanted him to be. Dylan Lee, all of a sudden, is really good. He's good in real life too, I guess. Jared Bryant's your rookie of the year for Washington. He's had a pretty good year. Some guys on here like Gavin Williams are probably going to end up being better because of the potential. Ronald Acuna is your Hank Aaron Award winner. And then here are your gold gloves out in the NL. Hey, Sal Frelick. This dude just came up and wrecked the Braves. Michael Harris wins one. He's a 90 overall. He's really freaking good in this game. He's good in real life too. And Shohei Ohtani. Always nice to check his stats. 3.24 ERA, 211 innings, a 206 strikeout season, a 4.2 WAR just pitching the ball. And then hitting a 37 homer year, 118 RBIs. I don't know how he doesn't win the MVP or even get considered. But over 1,200 hits and 260 home runs, as well as 1,300 strikeouts and an 86-46 record. Shohei Ohtani is insane, but he has got quite the contract for the Giants the rest of the way through. Oh, man. Tyler Stevens, here's your Silver Sluggers. And yeah, okay, that's the NL. So the AL, Yordan Alvarez blows the competition out of the water. I mean, 53 and 131. We talked about it earlier. Taylor wins the Cy Young over the likes of Chance Davis, who had a 3 ERA flat, 283 Ks, and a 2.95 FIP, a 6 WAR. Really good season for him. Not enough to beat Taylor, but still a good season. Adam Turner wins the batting title. Not particularly particularly close. Wander Franco was closest to his own teammate. And Cam Jackson actually got up there. A really good season for Cam. Again, honestly, could be considered for an MVP for a second straight year. 10.3 WAR. He is the best player we have, like, that we made. It's between Adam and Cam, like, in this series. I'd give it to Cam right now. Adam is really, I mean, they're both playing super important positions, but Adam's also phenomenal in the field. Andres Munoz wins the reliever of the year. Tyler McDonough wins rookie of the year. And then Prince Rhodes. This is probably going to be a stud if he can get those hits per 9 up. And then Jacob Melton. Could be good too. Nice. Yordan wins that. Here are your gold gloves. Adley does come away with another gold glove. Anybody else of note? Alex Parker finishes third on the gold glove shortstop. His season was pretty solid, very similar to last year. A little bit better though. 26 homers, 93 RBIs, stole 30 bags, 913 OPS, made 5 errors. Still an 8 WAR. Probably still the best shortstop in the game, I would think. I mean, he's incredible. 618 hits already, almost 100 home runs. Good for Alex. Is he a free agent? No, he's got arbitration. Again, for show, Adam Turner wins another gold glove. And here are your silver sluggers. Cam wins the catcher. Adley comes close. Cam is just holding that on lockdown for a good while. Nate Lowe, Brandon Lowe. Are they brothers? I don't think so. Jose Ramirez, Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, Julio Rodriguez, and Randy Arozarena. All right, there's your awards. I don't really have that much more to go over. Maybe relationships. We're maxed with a lot of players, but how close did we even get with Gary Sanchez? Oh, we got a max. Okay, we got a max. But we're getting really high on most of these guys, and that's giving us more and more confidence and such, so that's awesome. Love to see that. Guys like Brendan Rodgers and Thomas Segis really need to help them out. And then the young guys like James Wood and Drew Jones, we probably have James Woods already. Yeah, and friendly. But yeah, let's check out the playoffs and see who we want to follow this first wild card round. I'm thinking we're going to follow probably Cam and the Royals. Alright, Michael Wacha versus Corbin Burns. That doesn't bode well for the Royals. And ta-da! Cam and the Royals are out of it. So the White Sox move on. There's all of our players down except Adam, who still has a chance at it. So we'll go follow that Atlanta-San Fran series. That's a series and a half with Shohei Ohtani, who beat Spencer Strider game 1, and then they won again. So Atlanta loses, and let's get into the divisional series rounds, and we'll follow Adam for here against the Seattle Mariners, who ended up beating the Houston Astros. Good for them. Every wildcard series was a 2-0 of win for Tampa Bay, and back-to-back good start for them. And now they win the divisional series 3-1. And they'll go on to face the Cleveland Guardians, who beat the White Sox 3-1, 2-2 in the NL. All right, let's check on the Mets and the Cardinals. Cardinals looking to go back to the World Series, and they're going to win it. So they are heading to the divisional or to the championship series. Cardinals versus Dodgers. Guardians versus Rays. And it's 1-0 Dodgers already. A win for Tampa Bay, and then a huge response at home from Cleveland. 17-0. Goodness gracious, man. Just absolutely blew him out. Adam Turner's only hitting .250 in the playoffs. And Dodgers are going to sweep them. They didn't. Another win for Tampa Bay, and another win for Tampa Bay at home. Holy cow. Adam Turner, I'm just checking what he did. 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Big day for him there. And then in the next one, he was 0 for 3, but they do win it. Who ran for Margot? Might have gotten hurt, probably. Big day for Wander Franco. CJ Cron hit an RBI and home run. All right, well, the Cardinals are making a comeback. And another win for Tampa Bay. So the Tampa Bay Rays are heading to the World Series to face off against the LA Dodgers. Oh, wait. It's still 3-2, and they lost. They're going to blow a 3-0 series. They blew a 3-0 series. Oh, my goodness. The Dodgers blow it. They blow it. 3-0 lead, and they lose 4 in a row. What in the world? What in the world? I want to check the rosters of both of the World Series teams. We know who Tampa Bay has. Adam Turner, McClanahan, Franco, Roser. I mean, they're really good. And the Cardinals are too, even after losing Goldie, because they signed Juan Soto. Soto's great. Tommy Edman. Arenado's still a 92 at age 34. Had his best season in a long time. Since like 2022, bro. Maybe even better than that. Future Hall of Famer Nolan Arenado. Wilson Contreras. Lars Nootbaar. Mitch Keller's there. He's actually their ace. Gives me hope that Alex Parker and his bad pitching staff can win. We'll follow it from Adam's perspective. And into the World Series we go. Game 1 is a win for St. Louis. Game 2's a win for St. Louis. Oof. Adam had 2 hits, not his fault. Adam had 1 hit. And they win at home. So they come back home and they get a win. Big day for CJ Cron. Oh man, Shane Baz. Oh, hello. Tie series. Adam big game 3 hits and RBI. Wow. So we're all tied up here. Last game in Tampa, and it goes the Rays' way. So, wow, this one went to 13 innings. Who walked it off? Diego Infante walked it off. How about that? Colin Posh, the win. Even though he gave up a run. They win with McClanahan, and they sweep their series at home. So, here we go. Game 6, and Adam Turner and the Tampa Bay Rays have defeated the Cardinals to win the 2026 World Series. Good for them. Good for Adam. Happy for you, Adam. Let's check out who's your World Series MVP and all that jazz. CJ Cron was the World Series MVP. Good job, dude. Jake Fraley is your postseason MVP with a 12 RBI postseason, hitting 400. Adam Turner played really well, hit 339, but didn't hit a homer. Interesting. Nolan Gorman wins postseason MVP for the NL. He's going to be a righty masher. He already kind of is. So, all right, it's time for us to actually get into what we would call the offseason. So, let's do that. Let's begin, and I don't think I have anything else to do. The retired players, right? Okay. George Springer retires. Good career for him. And then who else? We got Derek Rodriguez, Ryan Yarbrough, Austin Nola, Will Woods. We've played him before. Angel Perdomo, Cam Gallagher, Kyle Freeland retires. Longer career for him than I would have expected. Anybody else? Astudillo. Matthew Boyd. Oh, Chapman retired. Not going to be a Hall of Famer. Didn't go long enough, I guess. Not enough years. Only like a 7-year prime. But a good career for a closer. Over 1,000 strikeouts. What was he still throwing hard? Yeah, he's still throwing 97. Kyle Farmer, Wilmer Flores retires at age 35. Probably didn't need to yet. He could have played a little further. But he really got hit with regression this year. We've got Yasmani Grandal at age 38. Kyle Hendricks, Cubs legend. Clayton Kershaw retires Here's your Hall of Famer. 242 and 107. 3,238 strikeouts. Was a productive arm, honestly, till the end. Had a good year in Cleveland and Chicago. Well, not a good year in Chicago, but that was kind of his wake-up call that he needs to retire. Good for Kershaw. There's a Hall of Famer. That's 1. Trevor May retires, going to do his YouTube career. Ostrander Marcell Ozuna, Big Bear. Actually played pretty good till the end. Played out that contract with Atlanta, maybe signed a couple extra years. And he could play somewhere as a hitter, as a right-handed bat. Anthony Rizzo retires, almost hitting 300 home runs. Yeah, he needed to retire. 1,600 hits for him. Not a Hall of Famer. Steven Strasburg, legend. Not a Hall of Famer. Blake Trinan, Lamont Wade Jr. Wow, that's an early retirement. And then, yeah, so we only have 1 Hall of Famer in this bench. That'd be Clayton Kershaw. There it is. He goes, it says White Sox. He's going to go in as a Dodger, obviously. About 20 years played on the dot, and he did his best, and he was great. Love Clayton Kershaw in real life and in the game. Yeah, we just send the offseason. We're going to sign an offer. They're offering us 1 year, $4.8 million. We'll take it. I just take those usually. I mean, Taylor's going to get some money when he gets to the big one. But the 1 year's fine. Makes sense. I'm not going to leave the O's. They wouldn't trade me either. I just signed a $4.8 million deal. Welcome to season something. I don't know. All right. Let's check out what we did. All right. Grayson Rodriguez got better. Welcome to the league, Wilmer Flores. But overall, starting pitching did not really get a boost at all. We didn't really do anything. Okay, well, Wilmer Flores will be starting this year for us. He had a good time in his 27 innings last year. Hopefully he does well this year. Oh, man. We returned Phil Bickford, and we signed Evan Phillips to a way too big of a deal. Holy cow. Johnny Wade is getting better, but not that much better. Brandon Roderick is a good draft pick, I guess. I don't know. That's coming on. Our bullpen is really bad. Adley Rutschman gets re-signed for a 1-year deal. I think he has 1 more year of arbitration, as well as signing Tyler Stevenson. Okay, that's an odd signing, but I'm happy we did it. He will play some catcher, but I would imagine he plays first base. Yeah, he's going to play first base. They both can play first base, so when the other person's not playing catcher, the other person's going to be at first base. That's beautiful. But that also means we probably won't re-sign Adley next year. But Tyler's a great replacement, I guess, so don't need to worry about first base, really. And we traded, what's his face? We traded Brendan Rodgers, or let him go. Odd choice, I guess. I don't know. Vidal Brujan. Thomas Segui stays. All right, that's a plus. Charles Perkins could come up and hit, maybe. I hope he does. This dude's got a good contact numbers. Segui's got a little bit. He did get better. He got better. He went up 3 overall points. His glove's better. 63 and 57 against righties ain't too bad. Noel Marte got a lot better. All right. Now we're talking. We're talking decent progression here. Might see IKF play shortstop still some. Probably against lefties. I don't know. Matt McLean also has a chance to make it up to the bigs. We have Jeter Downs. But Noel Marte, he did what I told him to. Got his glove better. Went up on the contact number 64 and 65. That's really good. Hopefully he can have like a 250 year this year. Out and left isn't that important because Wow, Jesse Winker's still here. We just keep getting him. We can't get rid of this guy. Hopefully he just DHs, man. We got Michael Conforto. Luckily, he can't get rid of freaking what's-his-face, Jesse Winker. But Michael Conforto is a Baltimore Oriole. I like this signing. I'm okay with Conforto. I think he'll hit some against righties especially. Alright. And we keep praises, man. Okay, I'm relieved to know that we kept James Wood and Drew Jones. Oh, thank you, game. Thank you. Thank you so much. We keep, and they develop too. So Wood has got some pop against righties, 77 power. I think he's going to end up being a great bat against righties. He's going to be our starting center fielder this year. Whereas Drew Jones just gets better with his glove. I don't know if he's going to hit great. I mean, obviously he won't. Maybe he could get some more power, kind of like his dad. I don't know. Jesus Sanchez is going to be here, probably going to play some corner outfield spot against righties. Won't touch the field against lefties. Outman did get better, like I predicted. He did end up going up a couple points, and it'll be kind of a fight for those last roster spots for the time being. Luis Matos had a okay year when he played. He's got a decent bat, just not a good glove. And then in right, doesn't matter. It's Michael Hellman. Okay, that's not a bad offseason. That's not a bad offseason at all. You can see the potential all over the field. Like, I mean, Adley and Tyler are already there, but Taylor's going to get better. Even better than he already is. Grayson Rodriguez got better. Marte, Wood, Jones. All we did was progress, is what I'm saying. That is the best case scenario here. So let's go ahead and sim spring training. And Taylor is... Oof. Oh, wait, no, I was looking at the ones up top. So we go 14 and 13 in spring training. Taylor struck out 45 and 35 innings, 3.09 ERA. Let's advance to the regular season and go ahead and save this thing, and we'll look at opening day rosters and stuff. I save it in video now because I used to like do my off season. It like happened 3 times in the Alex. I didn't save that. It happened like 3 times in the Alex series where I would like go through the off season episode and then I would not save anything, and it doesn't save it for you if you don't play a game. So I had to lose every bit of the off season. I'd be like, and the opening day, I'm like, by the way, none of this happened. Anyways, I did want to change something about Taylor's perks. Taking off a control perk. Let's do this one. And we're going to a velocity perk. Can I buy another Velo perk? Velo 1, Velo 2. Alright, we're going to go buy that. I have plenty of stubs. Equipment and perks. We have 2 and 3. That loses some break, but that would actually really help us. And we don't really. Our break's already solid. So that's what we're going to go with. Our break is really good already, so. Because that's what Taylor's meant to be, a break pitcher. So there you go. Taylor's going to be humming the ball now. I mean, like throwing it really hard. Velo goes up to a 93. That we're talking fastball is going to be phenomenal. I mean, we were throwing 94 last year. We're gonna throw even harder this year. And then I think I'm gonna stick with the socks for Taylor this year. And then I like the socks. I think they look good. I do want to change his hair up. Where am I going? Hair. We're gonna go back to the. I like the beard. We're keeping the beard, but we're gonna go back to the kind of messy style that he always had. The wild shag. Beautiful. You look good, Taylor. All right, Taylor Brooks is ready for opening day. He is throwing opening day for us, and he is a 90 overall. So that's exciting. Here's the rotation for opening day. Bullpen isn't as bad as I thought because we're going to have a bunch of starters in there. Bickford and Evan Phillips are great in the back end. Daniel Norris is the only super weak one in the pen. And then lineup-wise, oh, no, dude. IKF is going to be starting. I don't understand that. I think Noelve should. All right, well, and then we put David Hamilton at second. Noelve doesn't have a secondary. I'd rather IKF play second, you know? Oh, how odd. So we're going to play... Oh, gosh. Adley's not even going to catch us, dude. It's going to be Tyler Stevenson. Adley's going to play first, which is fine. I mean, he's going to be great at first, but we're not doing it right, man. We're just not doing things right. And Drew's sitting. Okay, Drew's sitting against righties. That's fine, I guess. But Wood's not playing center. What is this game doing? Oh my gosh. Winker's starting. No, you can't do that. Why is Winker playing left? He's so bad. Oh, man, what a stupid game sometimes, man. Oh, Sagis is starting and Outman's going to play right. I get Outman playing right. And Jesus sits here and we go to Hellman in the outfield. Okay, that's not that bad. But Drew's going to be sitting all year. We don't have people who can hit lefties, I guess. And Marte does step into this lineup at least. I said D8. Juice play. Oh my gosh. I can't do this, dude. What a stupid game. Alright, well, I'm going to save it and whatever. Save it again because I'm always worried. Okay, well, it is what it is. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That's it for me. That is Taylor Brooks, episode 138 in the books.